Ladies and gentlemen, we're doing a live stream here of websites and how you can make them better for your lawn care business. I can make a long presentation about how important this is for your lawn care business to get more customers and show slides and all the rest of it. But I thought what's better is instead of doing that, I'm going to show you 15, 20 different lawn care companies, their websites, and pick them apart and basically show you what I would change if I was redesigning their website. Now, we have designed hundreds of these websites at lawncarewebdesign.com. And so I know it works. I know it doesn't work in terms of page load time, SEO, search engine optimization, ranking well on Google. And so I want to just, instead of making a big long presentation, just show you sites and you're going to see my live reaction to them. So the reason I do this is because I know I'm basically giving you exactly what you should do on your website, while at the same time, that's exactly the service we sell at lawncarewebdesign.com. And so if you've never seen it before, you can check them out, lawncarewebdesign.com. We do all of this stuff for you. However, the reason I share this with you today and am going to give it to you for free and help these businesses, because ultimately I know that we will help this industry if we get rid of the middlemen. The middlemen is what's taking all of the margin in lawn care services. When I say middlemen, I mean the Facebooks, the Googles, the Yelps, the Home Advisors, the Thumbtacks, all of these lead source companies is where they're crushing, they're taking all the profits in this industry out. Here's why I know that. Because they spend gobs of money and have teams of engineers working on web design, making sure that everything is just perfect on mobile devices. The page load time is perfect. All of these intricate parts of web design and search engine optimization is what they have nailed. And because of that, it makes it almost impossible for us as independent contractors and small businesses to actually beat them out on search engine rankings. And then so what do? We have to go pay homage to the landlord of Google. We have to pay homage to the landlord of Facebook and rent the attention of our customers simply because we can't do it ourselves. And so I genuinely believe the thing that differentiates the top 2 to 3% of landscapers in the country versus the other 95, 98% is a great website. The reason I know that is because there are 6,000 landscapers in the United States. In my opinion, less than 100,000 of them have a decent website. And those 100,000, when I've done, so we've looked at what the average size of lawn care web design companies are versus the average in the industry, it's more than a tripling of the average revenue. Just by having a great website. And say, how is that possible? Okay, if you're a small business, you have 1, 2 employees, or you're a solo operator, having a great website is likely going to allow you to be able to increase your prices by $5 to $10 per hour. If you increase your prices by $5 or $10 per hour and you work 40, 50 hours a week, just that in and of itself is going to add much more margin and profit to your bottom line. If you're a large business, you're not going to be spending thousands of dollars on Google, on Facebook, on Thumbtack, on Yelp, Home Advisor, Angie's List, all these other lead providers to get you leads, because your site, you own it, and it is bringing leads to you every single day from web forms, from web chat, from people clicking call. But in order to be able for that to happen, the site needs to be competitive against these massive players, because Yelp is spending tens of millions of dollars making sure that they are ranking on the top of the Google searches. You have Home Advisor and Angie's List. They're doing the same thing. And so in order to play this game, we have to beat them at it and have a site that loads well on mobile devices, that actually is optimized to convert traffic into paying leads, and then those leads into paying customers. And so today I'm going to walk you through, instead of just giving you all these hypotheticals of what you can change, I'm going to give you examples. I'm going to do a whole bunch of them because I want you just to see the pattern. And it usually falls in the same 5 to 10 things that when we at lawncarewebdesign.com, when we go through a site, these are the main things we're looking at. Now I'm going to talk today mostly from a design perspective because I'm showing you everyone in video and I want to make it somewhat entertaining. If you want a full in-depth deep dive on your website from a search engine optimization standpoint, keywords, back-end search aspect, in the description, you can do a free consult with Tori and our team here at lawncarewebdesign.com, and we'll go over your website. We'll give you instruction, what we think we could improve on, and give you the options for us. Now, if you want us to build it, it's a flat monthly fee, $499. There's no contract. There's no upfront fee. It usually takes about 5 to 6 weeks to build out the whole thing. We do them custom, and we build it around your brand. And everything I talk about today is the concepts that we've used, of course, of hundreds. We're close to like 1,000 websites across home services, and specifically lawn care and landscaping. And so I'm very confident what we're talking about today works. I'm very confident in the fact that we don't have contracts with our subscription, and we don't because we know people get more leads. They make more money. And the reason we do the subscription model is because, as we will probably see today, there'll be sites that look decent, but they haven't been touched in years. And they have old information. They are starting to look a little janky because Google changes their algorithm. Websites need a change because mobile dimensions on mobile devices. And these are all things that need to be updated and constantly improved, even when it comes to seasonality. So you have fall services, you have winter services, you have spring services, you have summer services, and this needs to be reflected in your media, your pictures, your video, banners. In order to be able to fully optimize the traffic that's coming to your website, we need to be making changes and updates frequently. And so that's why we do the subscription model. We are constantly adjusting to what Google is doing at their algorithm and their search engine optimization, what they're looking for, and what they're really prioritizing. And that's why we charge the $4.99. Again, you can go to lawncarewebdesign.com, check out some of the other sites that we have built. And there's a bunch of different examples of different lawn care services. If you just go to our work, you can see everything that I talk about today exemplified in these sites very, very clearly. And so let's go ahead and jump in directly. But again, if you would like to do a call, feel free to go to the description, book a call with the team, and they'll get you set up. All right, let's jump right into it. All right, so this is Yard Dawgs. This is the first one up. I have not looked at any of these sites, by the way. This is much better than before. I remember doing an analysis of Yard Dawgs, I think, last year. So let's go ahead and jump into it. I know their sites can look great because they're super organized. I love the color schemes, love the marketing, the branding. They just nail it. It's improved every single year I've seen their site and given feedback. So great job to Liam and the team. Okay, a couple things. Unmatched Lawn Care Calgary. This doesn't make sense. Unmatched Lawn Care Calgary. I'm guessing it's in Calgary, serving Calgary. I'm not sure exactly what this is trying to say. So I like the 1,000 reviews. It'd be cool if this was clickable. Annual subscriptions, cancel anytime. Seems a little bit hard sometimes to understand fully. But again, I'm guessing you're really leaning annual subscriptions now. Okay. So let's scroll through here. So this pricing to me as a consumer is a little confusing. It really is. There's a lot of numbers. I don't inherently know what Golden Retriever, St. Bernard, and Pomeranian is. I know to you speak this language every single day. My opinion is that people don't understand this. And the only reason they know good, better, best is they're looking at price. And that's, I know you're doing good, better, best model here, but you're doing it backwards too, which is also a little confusing to them. Like customers, this is just going to get confusing to customers. So I would recommend some sort of wording that would be a little different. Like I understand too, like this late, mid, full season thing changes throughout the year. What you might want to do just to eliminate this as another data point is just show whatever is currently the season, right? Because the customers aren't going to look today for what pricing is going to be in 6 months. They're just like, what's the pricing today? And so I would probably just nix this top part and just show the pricing in its current form to avoid customers being like, so what does full mean? What does mid mean? What does late mean? Because it's like, well, if you join late in the season, you have less price because there's only so many months left in the season. If you join at the end of the season, it's even cheaper because there's less that we're going to be doing for your property. I would probably just adjust this if you really want to make this pricing differently, or I would just sell the full package and do a 12-month until this time next year to keep it simple. The more, I love this, that you're doing showing pricing. I love that. You guys know that. However, I would love to see this be simplified, like easy, easy, easy. The fact that you're already reversing the regular good, better, best from left to right and you're swapping it. I know why you're doing that. Great. I love it. But the fact that you're doing that alone, you're already adding complexity in, and then you're adding this full, mid, and late, and end part. It's a lot of different numbers. I think if I was you, I would just adjust the pricing based upon the year, nix the season part, or just sell the full season and do 12 months from the time that they sign up till the next package ends. Would be my recommendation. Just simplification of that. So this is not really so much of a design analysis as much as just like overall pricing strategy and like how much you show. Love the slider. That's fantastic. You got yourself a lead magnet there. This is good. Your homepage is a little bit long and lengthy, but it's really comprehensive. I like it a lot. I know you're really pushing people to call, and I would say that your calls, like let's see here what happens if I click on these pricings, like get started. So yeah, you're really pushing people to do the call, and so I would just say, trying to simplify this pricing would be my first thing. I like the fact that you did it right at the top too. Like it's right, the pricing is right here. I love that. I think it just simplified this pricing. The names, I know it makes sense to you. I really like the branding aspect. I'm a huge fan of this. I used to do I used to call like a par package, bogey package, double bogey package around the Augusta side of things. It was way too confusing for customers. It made sense to me. It was cute, but it didn't make inherent sense to people, and it required way more hand-holding from sales. So I would really consider that. I know it's part of the brand. I had to do away with it for Augusta in order to reach broad appeal. I would recommend it. So that one's not much more of a design aspect as much of a pricing strategy. But take it as you will. The boys at Yard Dawgs are crushing it. Every single time I look at their site, it gets a little bit better. So shout out to them. Next one, let's see what we got here, is PinehurstOutdoors.com. Let's see here. All right. So we got two strong websites right off the get. Let me just say that. Providing professional lawn service in Kirkwood, Missouri and surrounding neighborhoods. Cool. This text on this background is a little hard to read because you got changing colors behind it. I would just kind of note that. Also, this image shows one of your crew members, but it's hard to see them. I think if you're going to show your crew members, you want them to be a little closer up. Otherwise, this image could just be basically off of Google. I want to see your trucks just like this. This is great. Your crew, like if you could take this shot again, but have your crew member standing right here, edging this sidewalk, I think that'd be a better brand representation of what you're doing. But I like the fact that you do show your truck, which is a huge piece of your brand. I like this little slide in, ask for a no obligation quote. Okay, this is good. Again, here, if you have your truck sitting here, your employee with their uniform, that's your brand. I love that. Otherwise, this could just be a picture from any old site. I like the logos here. We got a client portal, looks like. Okay, cool. I like the quote here. So one thing, this is not bad. I would say in general, if anything more than 4 different options for services required starts to get a little much. I would probably lump some of these into the same one. So, for example, you could do a mulch, garden bed maintenance, bush shrub trimming. Could just be garden project or landscaping, for example, just to kind of chunk it down a little bit and make less options. There's a lot of dead space here. This is all dead space. This is dead space. I think you could tighten this up a little bit. Also, keep in mind when customers are coming here, they want to solve their problem of getting lawn service. They're going to care less about who you are and more about things like pricing, what services you offer, etc. So I love the fact that you did the major 2 things, which is providing lawn services in your city name, your service area. When customers come here, the first thing they want to know, and that is, do you do the services I need, and do you service my area? So just a couple little things there I think in terms of branding you could improve, but overall, I actually really like it. So great job. I think adding in some reviews to that homepage too and doing a schema that actually connects to your Google listing could be helpful just to add a little bit more social proof. And ideally adding a video in the background of your image here. So videos that automatically play, super cool. It really, really helps differentiate you from the market. So this is a sprinkler company. There's a picture of a sprinkler, I think that is behind here. I would love to see this being a video. There's just so many cool shots you can get with sprinklers too. Turning the sprinklers on in the morning with the dew and with the sun coming over the horizon. There's a lot you could do there. I would recommend everyone, let me actually just look it up. Amazon DJI Osmo. Okay, I think it's called is it mobile? Let's look this up. Let me see here. This is not the one I'm thinking, but I'm going to find it because I just need this one I think it's like $80. Aha, this is it. No, it's the Osmo 4. Oh, sorry, let me share this tab instead. Okay, here we go. This is it, folks. Okay, this is the Osmo Mobile, 4th version, I believe. This is $89. This will be the best $89 you ever spend to make your site look absolutely professional. It's a gimbal for your phone, and if you have a phone that can shoot in high definition, that's all you need to be able to take this background image and make it into an absolute beast of a professional video. Having that little Osmo thing will take it to the next level instead of just having an image or just making a video that's shaky. So highly recommend it. There's just so much you can do in terms of cool shots. Every 2 to 3 seconds, switch out the clip that you're showing on the video will dramatically separate you apart. Separate from you from the rest of the competition. So, okay, so we've got a pretty basic site here. I really like having a form instead of the request quote. I like the fact that it's taking you to a Calendly situation. That's kind of cool. Let's go ahead and view this tab. Oh, there you go. So it looks like you can go ahead and book a thing right through Calendly. I like that. That is cool. Book it in there. Let's go. Let's see here. The Bakersfield sprinkler specialist you could address. So I'm guessing Bakersfield is where you're servicing, lawn maintenance, sprinkler repair, and inspections in Bakersfield. Yeah, love that. So this is what we offer, and this is who we serve. So for example, like I'll just show you a Copilot, what we do on our website. It's like, okay, this is a CRM for home service entrepreneurs, and this is the stuff that we're going to do for you. Like, make it really basic. Everyone always tries to get this overcomplicated, and I'm guilty of this in the past too, but just make it really basic so when customers come there, they know what you do and who you do it for, and it'll solve so many confusions of people just bouncing. They hit your website and they bounce. I need them to be able to request a quote and become a lead. So it looks like requesting a quote for you requires an in-person estimate. My only concern with that is if you're trying to do lawn maintenance or inspections, this might be something you don't need to actually visit them over, and they might actually get scared away if they have to leave their office or come visit you in person. So that would be my only concern, to be perfectly honest. I think some of these services you could routinize and make where you don't have to be there in person. Love the pictures of your crew. Big win. Love it. I think as long as you want everyone to always have to come visit you, or you visit them on Calendly, you're okay. I do think it'd be worth thinking about having a form that they can submit their information, and then that takes them to scheduling an estimate. Here's why I think that would be helpful. You'd get the lead before they realize they have to book an appointment with you. That way, if they give you the information and then don't book the call or book the appointment, you can call them and set it up. Also, that assumes that you need to visit them in person. I would also say there's also a lot of services you don't need to meet them in person. So what you could do is make the form where only if it was a project-based job that you need to have in person would it go to the Calendly. Otherwise, it'd just be like, we'll get a quote to you within 24 hours. And then you can do a drive-by or over the phone or something else. So great start to site, though. Lots of really positive elements, in my opinion, there. Alrighty, folks. What's the next one? We're going to LawnSolutionsReading.com. Let's do it. All right. Reading's Lawn Experts. Okay. One thing I'm going to check here. Okay, so it does scale in and out. That's very good. So we always want to make sure that pop-ups. All right, folks. Pop-ups are going to hurt you 99% of the time when it comes to Google. They do not like pop-ups. This is something in the past year they've really started to crack down on. I'm not saying you should not do them. I would just say if you're going to do pop-ups where you're tracking like their cursor or tracking whether or not they're tracking up and down the page, just know that you are going to be penalized on Google. Services and pricing. All right, let's see where this is going. Okay. Yeah, I think this is like a good start. This is what I would say is like kind of a entry-level website. It's like a business card for your company. It's better than nothing. I would try to make these clickable so they can click on here and actually email or text you or email or call you. Some better formatting here would be in order, I think. Like, what is your fonts, right? So you got one font here, then you have a different font for your here. You have a different font for your logo. Then you have a different font for here. So I'd try to get some sort of brand guide. I'd recommend everyone make kind of like a brand book. It has like your fonts, what colors do we use, what are like the general colors of our website, of our logo. It's helpful just to make it more cohesive. And And then making this, I would think to, if I go back, like this page won't scale super well, with mobile. I'm concerned about that. So I think you could probably break this up to where as you scroll, there'd be like one on the left, one on the right, one on the left, one on the right. Instead of trying to make it fit in one page here with like these 4 columns, these are like little design things. Oh, there's a bunch of columns here. Yeah. But I would make a different web page for every one of these. So for example, I would do lawnsolutionsreading.com/lawn fertilization, lawnsolutionsreading.com/aphid control, because those are the keywords that people are searching for, and you want a service page for each of them. So for every single service, you want to have a different service page. So when people in your area are actually looking it up on Google, that keyword is actually seen by Google. All right, folks, we got our next one flying in. We got New Leaf Creations. Oh, I remember. Let's go. Oh, what was the name of this gentleman? Dave. He's not too far from here, I don't think, if I remember correctly. Okay. We got a beautiful looking site here. Let's go. My problem is, Greater Seattle area. Not bad. Okay, cool. Again, when I, as a customer, get here, the first thing I'm looking for is, do they service me in terms of service area, and do they do the services that I need? So I think that this is good. I think that you could probably get away with making this bigger somehow, like making sure they know that you serve the greater service Seattle area. I would also consider making it part of your title description of this page, and that is the city names. Because a lot of times people are not going to search greater Seattle area. They're going to search Marysville, Tacoma, Bellevue, etc. And so I would consider putting those up top there, or mentioning 1 or 2 of your major kind of city names, since that's a lot of times what people are searching for. They'll search Bellevue Landscape Service, Bellevue Lawn Care Service. So you might get a better hit rate there. In terms of your reviews, I do recommend having an actual schema that you're pulling from Google directly, because these are things that you could just literally, copy and paste or make these up. And customers like to be able to literally click on this and it goes to your Google listing. It just shows more credibility. Because I've just seen too many people make up reviews, and therefore customers they can see through a lot of this stuff. Also, connecting it with your Google listing is good for SEO in terms of just establishing to Google that this business is connected to this website. Awesome. Those are clickable. Very good. There's that 2021. I'd adjust that to 2024. So it's sometimes good. Like I'd say, each season ideally, but at least a year, every year, go through and refresh your site. There's so many things that Google changes each year. It's helpful from an SEO perspective. It's also great for customers to see that you actually are making changes. So for example, if we're going into winter, it's hey, can we have a banner that we're offering snow service, or we're offering sprinkler blowouts, or whatever service you're pitching. I do like the fact that you have services, and each of these are going to have a different service page. You can see here in the URL. Oh, you guys can't see it in the URL. Sorry. But in the URL, each of these have a different URL, which allows Google to know, okay, this is a different keyword, and these are more frequently used. Things like landscape maintenance is going to be searched in Google instead of New Leaf Creations. So I like that a lot. So yeah, a couple things there. I think, again, love this background video picture. I think a video just takes it to a whole new level. I would get the Osmo from DJI, get the gimbal bad boy. It's literally $90. Make a really cool video of your site. Would just be taking this thing to the next level. If you can show your crew inside these pictures and videos, this is great. If you can show them working, though, in this video, your trucks, especially if you got these trucks like this is great. The reason this is so important to show your trucks enough is because there's a 3-step process to getting a customer. They have to first find you, then they have to recognize you, then they can buy from you. The find part is typically them seeing your trucks out in the wild, seeing your crew. This is great. They're all in the same colored jackets. That's uncommon. Focus on the fact that they're going to see you out in the wild, then they're going to come to your site. And the first thing they're doing is all right, I found them. Now I got to recognize, like, is this the correct company that I saw out in the wild? And I want to make it very clear with my logo, with the pictures, the video, that yes, this is I recognize this company. And then the next thing I'd be asking is, like, can we get them to have a form here? I would have a form up at the top here where they can do what they want as a customer, which is give me their contact information and take care of their problem as quickly as possible. I don't really want them to have to click contact us and then fill out this form. This form could very easily be right on this front page, and while they're looking at your video, they're filling in their information. So highly recommend a couple little edits there as well. All right, what else do we got? We got, we did this one, we did that one. Okay, let's go. CSM Landscape LLC is next on the docket. Thank you to everyone who submitted these. There was like hundreds that came in on my birthday, submissions for the reviews. So let's go ahead and get through these today. All right, what do we got? Okay. Not bad. Okay. Be careful with these schemas. Sometimes this will slow down your site a lot. Just be careful with this plugin, whatever this is on the right-hand side. Sometimes that can slow your site down. You can run this through, the team can run this through. If you go to the link in the description, they can run this through and kind of run some speed tests for you as well. Okay, where does this go? Goes to your reviews page. There's your schema. Let's go. Yeah, so like I like the schemas that like it's more of a carousel, so they don't have to scroll like this, and then that way you can put on your front page. But not bad. It'd be nice if I bet if I move this, it'll change. Yeah, there you go. That's a little more compact. There you go. Cool. All right, so back to our home page. Okay, mowing, fertilizing. Whoa, okay, we got a lot of words here. We got a banner. First, fertilizing weed control application must sign up for full. Okay. Mowing, fertilizing, weed control, holiday lighting, free service quotes, satisfaction guaranteed, competitive prices. Okay, I wish this was clickable. Okay. All right. So here's serving York, Pennsylvania. All right. I'm a fan. I think we could condense some of this stuff. There's a lot of words. I would love to see some more branding. And the problem is this is a great image, but I can hardly see it because of this black big box. I think you could probably remove the box and do your text in a way that people could still see the image and it'd be like, oh, this is a landscaping company. Sometimes if you blur, like squint your eyes and ask yourself, would I know this is a lawn care company? And this one's tough because I don't see any sort of video or images that speak lawn care and landscaping to me. I would try again to make the CSM logo on your uniforms, your truck, et cetera, be more evident in these pictures. And if you do make a video in that top part, these images here are going to slow down your site a lot. You got a lot of images here. And I can guarantee if the team runs this through a speed test, it's going to slow you down a lot because these are big files. Just be careful of that with images. Sometimes that can make it just the site slow down dramatically. Sometimes you can rasterize them or you can compress them significantly so they don't do that. I do like the fact you have different service pages. That's very cool. Again, I think this black box can be removed so that we can actually see what you're showing us here in the background. It's a little hard to see, especially again, we're talking about customers that are 60, 70, 80 years old. It's going to be hard for them to see some of this stuff. I want to see videos, ideally. I want to see pictures and at least have the pictures showing your crew, your trucks, your brand. That's what separates you from everyone else. All right, next one up was we got Green Abundance by Design. Let's see what we got here. Boom, and we're live, folks. This site cannot be reached. Green Abundance by Design. Uh-oh, folks. Maybe. Oh, you put 4 W's in it. Let's try this again. Green Abundance. Okay. Ecological Landscapes. Green Abundance Design. I'm guessing this is a video. Okay. Vimeo. Ooh, very nice. Wowzers. Wow, we got some dramatic music. Okay. I'm not sure if you guys can hear this, but wow. Okay, we got it. Okay, cool. So I like it. I like the video, and the cuts are good. I would take out the words. like the letters, and I would make this a background video that plays automatically when I come to the site. So when I come to the site, that video just starts playing. It's in the background. Again, the reason I have this website is to get leads. So if this is a newsletter, okay, great. But where, if I'm a customer and I want to give you money, I want to make it easy to give you money. I'm going to assume if I wanted to give you money, that would go to contact, start a conversation. Okay, so a services form. Okay, so it took me several clicks to find this. This is a long form. This is a very long form. So I would assume that you are purposely doing this long form in order to weed people out, which is totally fine. You can also do this by just putting a budget requirements. Just know that by doing this form the way you have done it, where it's a few clicks to get to and it's very, very long, you are going to probably reduce your lead count by 70 to 90%. Which might be what you're looking for if you are trying to restrict leads. If you're not trying to restrict leads, I would really, really encourage you to just get their contact information and then have an open field of like, what do you want? Because a lot of times customers don't know if they want a native plant garden or a edible forest garden or a suburban pollinator meadow. They don't know that. And if you're going to expect them to know that information, it's just going to dramatically decrease the amount of people that you can serve. And that might be what you're looking for. You might, I don't want to educate people. I just want to I want them to know what they want before they come to me. That's fine. That's what this form will do. But I'd really recommend if you're trying to increase lead count, to simplify, get as little information as possible to get the process started. All right, we got ourselves a French website, folks. All right, we need a clickable phone number here. So that on a mobile device, I can tap on this and call you. We got ourselves a reservation contact form here, okay? So I'm just using Google Translate to get this translated over to English, I think. But this part, I like this. You can just order it directly. Beautiful. Okay, I love that. You know how I am about that. Okay, but let me go back to the actual homepage here. So housekeeping, let us do the work for you. Fantastic estimate and book in 60 seconds. I like that. I like the schema. I think whatever you used doesn't really jive with the design here much. I don't know why it's pulling in this other font. It might just because I'm converting over the language though. Cool. I like this. Okay. So yeah, I would really just try to be establishing your brand more. Like this is a nice image behind here. But I would love to see your truck, your van, your crew, your uniforms, because that's what separates you from every other housekeeping service that could use the same exact image. And so if you're really thinking about differentiation, why would someone choose you over every other home service business or every other cleaning company? That's what I'd be going after. All right, now how that one got in there, I don't know, because we're supposed to be focused on lawn care companies. So evolawnlandscape.com. Okay, what do we got here? Okay, so first off, my first question as a customer is, when I show up here, how is your day going? I would not do this question. This does not get me as a customer closer to my goal of solving my problem, and it's not going to make you any money. So I would cut the pop-up. If you're going to do a pop-up, realize it's coming at the detriment of your search engine optimization and how Google looks at your website. So make sure it's worth it. And that is either solving the customer's problem or making you more money. My first problem here is I do not know what services they offer or what their service area is. So as a customer, I don't know if they can help me. I need my problem solved, and I need to know if they can do it in my area. And I don't know that. I could click on service area. I could do that. Best lawn care and landscape company for homeowners. There's a lot of homeowners. I want to know, do you service my area? Oh, okay, I'll click on service area. Okay, then now I know Illinois. I need to know that within 2 seconds of hitting this site, because most people are not going to go to a different page just to figure out whether or not they're able to service, be serviced by your company. So I understand you kind of put it all out here. Again, this is an antiquated way of doing SEO, and that is basically showing a whole bunch of keywords. So I know what you're doing here. You're tying it over to each of these different city names. Okay, you're doing this. Okay, all right. I'm tracking. I see what you're doing here. This one doesn't have a clickable link. Oh, so just Chicago is clickable. Okay, so Chicago is clickable, Highlands clickable, and Lake Forest is clickable. Okay, I would consolidate this down to 2 or 3 city names. I would say lawn care and landscape servicing, Chicago, Highland, and Lake Forest, Illinois, or whatever it is, or Chicago area, greater Chicago area, or whatever. And I need that above the fold. I like the fact that you have this contact form above the fold, but I need that information right here. So I know as a customer, before I even have to start investing, i.e. scrolling, investing my time into this website, I know whether or not you can even solve my problem. I would really consider reducing the amount of fields in this form, or at least from a design perspective, compressing it dramatically. I think you could get it down to just this, and you're asking for their name, their phone number, their email, and their address. And then maybe a form that's like, hey, give us, what can we help you with? All these other questions are mostly for you. They're not for the customer. Make this more customer-centric, in my opinion, to be able to increase the amount of leads that you're going to get. How do we get as fast as possible to solve the customer's problem? And a lot of times that is, they are looking to give you their information for a quote, or they're looking to actually buy services from you from the website. All right, next one up is Varsity Lawn. Book an electric mowing estimate now. Okay, cool. All right, so I know they do electric mowing services. Great. Do they serve my area? I don't know that right off the rip. I really like this video, so big time kudos. Oh wow, we went from lawn care to tree service real fast. Ooh, that's kind of a cool shot, talking to a customer. I like that. I just noticed even here, like the amount of time I'm just staying here watching this video, it's intriguing. Like, assuming you don't use videos like this where just anyone could use it, but like when I show your trucks, your crew, your logos, your uniforms, that's the real value of your website. This is great, showing your crew. This is good. Ooh, this is pretty cool. Electric zero turn, solar panels, love it. Very cool. Don't know what this is all about. This got some blank space here. Recent project. Yeah, this is a bunch of dead space. Got questions. Oh, we do have a clickable link. Very good. Okay, that's clickable. Very good. Okay, yeah. So I think overall you're doing some really good thing here. The video's good. Showing this, like, hey, labeling this is an electric zero turn and this is solar panels. I love it. I would really encourage putting the form up above on this video, like the estimate request form. You don't have that anywhere on your homepage. I'm assuming they have to go to the about to get that. Wait, no, that's about you. Pricing. Oh, request estimate. Okay. Then I'm going to click another one. Okay. And then that goes to scheduling a quote. Okay. So, again, I think most of the time when it comes to lawn care, I should be able to get a quote from you without having to visit the property. It's going to save you a lot of time. And most customers, like a high value net worth customer, doesn't want to have to leave work for an hour to come visit you to talk about their lawn care. They just want a price. You have pricing here, but then it just goes to basically schedule an estimate. So if you're going to give pricing, give them pricing. Let them check out. Especially for something like mowing, you can give pricing. Or just make it where if you're going to make everyone visit you in person, that this would just tell them, like, schedule an estimate. Because like you got landscaping and you got lawn care going to Calendly to book a call with you or book an appointment with you. Keep in mind, your availability right now is reserved to just Fridays, Saturdays, and Sundays, which means if on a Sunday afternoon someone wants to meet with you, you're not going to meet with them until Friday. So you are going to reduce the amount of leads that you get dramatically simply because of your availability of your estimator. So also, I think this video... Oh, wait, this is interesting. What's going on here? Let me refresh this page. Oh, mercy. These overlap. Okay. I would not do this part, the overlapping. It feels very cheap. I would put the form here off to the right-hand side. Again, capture the form, and as part of the submission process, then take them to the Calendly link if you want them to actually schedule an in-person meeting. But then that way, if they don't schedule the meeting with you, you already have their contact information. You can put them in your database, and over the course of time, build value in having a huge contact database that you can reach out to upsell and do cross-sells, etc. And a lot of people will just get intimidated when they actually have to book a time with you. You might very well have 50% of your estimates where if they didn't want to book a time with you, you'd still be able to do service for them because you could give them a quote over the phone, etc. There are going to be customers, and I think this is going to be a trend going forward more and more, especially high net worth, high value customers that do not want to meet you in person. They'd rather just buy over the phone. They'd rather buy over the website. So that would be my recommendation for something like mowing. All right. Love the branding. I absolutely love the fact this is a real photo. I can tell this is their brand and it matches. All right. If I saw this truck and trailer on the road, I would find them. I would then go online. I'd recognize like, oh, that's the truck and trailer I saw. And those are the mowers I saw. They were yellow. Great. Now I can buy from them. This is a nice, easy transition. Okay. I would really, really think about your color scheme here. This is literally white on white. I cannot see the menu. That's a big problem. And even when there's not a menu, I can't see these. I would try to match this font up here. I'd make it twice the size and bold so I could see it white. And I would be able to see those on the green trees, no problem here. I think having a form maybe here at the bottom on the grass would be just fine to be able to collect customer information. I can see you're pushing them over here to another button here, and it's going to take them to this form. Okay, so this is fine. This form is going directly into Copilot. Again, I would probably say in order to be able to, like, this saves you time, right? If I was you, I would probably do something like paper form. There are a lot of different forms that you could build, or even just have your web designer build a nice looking one that's integrated into your site, like your fonts, your colors, and then you can still integrate it into Copilot using Zapier. So I'm mostly looking at the design elements here, and I think a great looking form right here at the bottom, kind of overlapping between these two, would allow you to be able to have something that, like, see these curves? If I was designing this site, I would really work with these curves, because that's like the horns that you're kind of playing with. I see what you're doing there. It's cool. You can use those curves and like integrate that form into here. And then use Zapier, but then have a form that's designed for your website, uses your colors, your fonts, your shapes, your theme, your brand. It's going to convert much better. Have a border around these pictures just to add a little more easier to be able to distinguish the lines, as well as some color behind these text. You got 1, 2, 3, we have like 4 or 5 different fonts on the page. I try to standardize that with a brand book. I also don't know where you service. So I don't know, I know you do lawn care. Cool. Where do you service? So if you're not going to do a form here in the text, in the grass here, you could just like serving. I don't know where you serve. Let's figure that out. Lake County, Concord, Plainsville, Mentor, okay. I would just like to know what that is when I get here. I just love this truck. I love the wrap I love all of this. I just need to know as a customer, first off, do you serve my area? Secondly, how can I give you money? And right now, I can't give you money. I got to go fill out this big form. And it's a big, hairy, scary form. I want a nice, simple form. And again, you can have this custom built. You can also use a service like Paperform. There's a lot of different form builders out there to match your site design. But talk to your web designer. If not, we can do it at lawncarewebdesign.com for you. There's just a lot of elements here that you can take it to the next level pretty easily using this. This is great. I just love this. I love this. I absolutely love the logo, love the branding. I think it can be incorporated throughout the site and make a really, really strong design and a strong brand. All right, next up, we got JJ Mow. Let's pull this bad boy up. jjmow.com. All right, so the site's taking a while to load there. I do believe it's because these background images are really, really large. So be careful about that. Also, all of these images, I'm going to assume, are pretty big images, and they are all loading on this page. So it's probably slowing the page down considerably. If you're going to have these type of images, try to get your crew in there. Try to get your uniform, your logo, your truck, to be able to actually show your branding. Okay. Again, I'm looking at the site. I don't know where they service. Like, do they service, I don't know, 856s? Let's try to figure this out. So again, me as a customer, I'm trying to figure out do they do my services, and do they service my area? Let's see how long. Okay, there's all our city names. Great. I still don't know which state it is, but that's fine because people in your area are going to be fine. That's fine. Yeah, okay. This is an image. Okay. Yeah, I think there's just so many elements here. There's so many different, like, the learn more is bigger than the title of these service stuff, okay? Mulch installation. I like the fact that you have different service. Here, let's see here. I like the fact that you have different service pages for each service. Love that. That's a big form. I'm okay with it. Just know you're going to reduce the amount of customers and leads that you get here. Let's go back here. Yeah, I'd love to see a form on here. Like, this is not a clickable link either. This text right here. I'd love to see a form to be able to collect information. Okay, let's see here. Get a quote. Let's see where this takes us. Whoa. What's this? Search a location. What's that mean? Why would I need that? Oh, enter your full address in the search bar below to receive instant pricing. Okay, got it. Okay, or speak to JJ directly. Okay, got it. I would probably take this image out. It's a little confusing here. I'd basically make this as simple as possible. So instead of putting this, I'd just be like, an instant quote, enter your location, enter your address here, or fill out this form and we'll get back to you. Like, I'd make this really simple. I'd take this thing down to the bottom of this page maybe. But be careful with too many words. People just don't read. Like, notice when I got to this page, the first thing I did was just like scroll it. If it's not simple enough to be able to understand very quickly, like, I was just confused because honestly, there's a bunch of different text fonts here. Different fonts. Like, there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 different fonts on this page. It gets a lot. Like, it just gets confusing. Like, if you're going to have a long form to weed people out, that's fine, but make it really simple. It's like, if I come to this page, I should be like instant quotes and neighborly value, or in the neighborhood, okay? We already know they're looking for quotes. It's like, it should just be request a quote. 2 ways to do it. 1, get an instant quote using your address. 2, fill out the form. Boom, that's it. Like, make this less text, the better. Also, just look at your spelling here of neighborhood. It's NEI for a neighborhood there. Unless I'm just way off my rocker today. I do like the schema, though, for the Google thing here. I like the fact that it's actual real Google reviews. Notice these are all clickable. They can go see you on Google. That holds a lot of value, so good stuff. All right, let's keep moving on here. We'll move on to Easy Lawn Care. I think this is Ezra, if I remember correctly. myeasyLawnCare.com. Where are we going? Boom. Alrighty. Okay, what do we got going on here? Oh, this looks like a site made by Lawn Care Web Design. Yes, I can tell it is because the way it loads. So there's several things that can be improved here, Ezra. The pictures and the video. This is one thing we can't do for you. This picture, for example, dark. That picture, dark. Like, I really think that some good lighting, some good pictures here, especially this one, this really, really dark, would show your brand off better. I love the light brown kind of like branding of your uniforms, and I think you can just lean into that, but show it much better inside of these pictures. Same thing up top, like, this video is great. Love this. Oh yeah, this is not what we're talking. See, this is what we do at Lawn Care Web Design all the time, and every 2 to 3 seconds, the video image is changing, or the video clip is changing. We're showing what they're doing, but we're not spending 10 seconds on every single clip. It's very clear. We're servicing these Sussex, Wisconsin, surrounding areas, and we're flipping through these videos. So this is great. I can see your truck. I'd like to see more of your uniforms a little bit more, because I think that's actually a really important part of your branding. Client login is going to take you to Copilot. Very cool. Oops. I want to go back here. Okay. So, yeah, overall, I think it's good. I would say look at these images a little bit more and see if we can't improve this just a little bit. What else do we got? You can hit contact us page. Get that form integrated. Very cool. Yeah, overall, very good. The more in these images you can get your truck and your branding, the better. So, all right, let's make sure my audio is connected fine. Okay, good. Cool. All right. Let's go back here. About us. Oh, dude, that's a fire image. This is what I want to see. Oh, baby, let's go. Oh, yeah, now we're talking. This is money. That's exactly what I want to see, because that's what customers are going to see out in the field is this. So get them to see that. More of that. Let's go. These are the images I want to see. That's fire. Absolutely love it. Easy Lawn Care is in business. Let's go. One thing you might want to consider, Ezra, is having a white background behind this logo, just so they can see it a little bit more, because a lot of your images and videos have green and dark colors. My only thought and consideration, even if you brought down this green down below, but then you have to invert this to white. So anyway, just a thought so they can see their logo a little bit better, because there's a lot of these videos that have that dark green color inside of them. So just a thought. Okay, we're going to do a few more here. We're moving on to Grandscapers. Grandscapers.net. Now, in general, I like a .com. If you can't get a .com, .net is okay, but generally .com is going to hold the most domain authority at Google. All right, so this site isn't optimized for a mobile device, and I know that because if I scroll here, it does not adjust. There's no like menu option, etc. And you can see the form goes off to the right-hand side of the screen here. So I have to actually scroll over here to fill out this form. So you got to make it Google mobile friendly. Otherwise, people got to pinch in to find stuff if they're on a small mobile device. I don't want to do that. I don't want them to have to try to scroll over and enter their information over on this form. So I'm really just trying to focus on. Yeah, this is built old. Yeah, this is probably powered by GoDaddy. Yeah, GoDaddy. So again, this is you got your information on the site, you got your phone number, you got contact page, etc. It's a starting site, but highly recommend. Again, you could double or triple a business just by having a great website in this sort of event. You've been in business, it looks like, for quite some time. You have a lot of experience. This would be a great time to kind of up your game, go to the next level. Whether it be lawn care web design, use someone. I don't really care, but they could take this logo, update it a little bit, improve the overall professionalism of this site, and that perceived value, even if you're a solo operator, can pay huge dividends in terms of your hourly rate, and then your profitability because of that. All right, next one up is Landon's Lawn Care. Landon's Lawn Care. We are rolling. Oh, and that site was built in HTML, by the way, which this one potentially could be too. Maybe not. The last one's HTML though, and that's why it doesn't scale very well on the vertical or the mobile devices. Love the little logos here. Very clean. I like it. I can read all the text even though there is images behind it, so that's very good. Okay, so you serve Bloomington and Normal, Illinois. Love the image of you. Let's go, Landon. Dude, let's go. You're crushing it. Okay. All right, so if I had to pick this apart, I don't know where you service. Areas, I'm guessing, is going to be your service. Okay, you made a one-page website. So the only thing that I don't like about this, Landon, is the fact that each of these should have their own pages. So it should be landonslawncare.com/leaf removal. landonslawncare.com/lawn mowing, landonslawncare.com/pressure washing. That's going to be the keywords that customers are actually looking up, and you'll be able to then get much more traffic to those pages because people actually search those terms. I think I really like the idea of showing you a little bit more here. I don't know about for your view, but it's kind of hard to see you on this mower. I think some of this stuff I would probably focus on. If you're not going to do a video, make this a little bit less green hue so I can actually see you a little bit more, see that you are a mowing company, and then instead of just receive a free estimate, which you could just put at the top of this form, I would be more inclined to focus on what service area are you going after. So I know it's Bloomington in Illinois area, but that's because I scrolled down to here. Customers just are not going to do that. They're not even going to get here because they're like, oh man, I don't know if they even service my area. So like, you got to address that right off the rip. It is mobile friendly. I like that. But think about this again. From a mobile perspective, if I'm on my phone and this is all I see when I come to your main homepage, this is all I see. I don't know your service area. I don't know what services you offer. I need this to say Landon's Lawn Care, logo at the top, performing lawn care, landscaping, and mowing services in Bloomington and whatever the other place was, Illinois. Boom. Okay, now I'm actually a customer. I can actually figure out whether or not I can continue and fill out this form. Otherwise, I've got to scroll and scroll and scroll and scroll. And then I figure out, oh, they service my property. So I don't want to go that far. Customers will not go that far. They will not give you that much grace. And that's why optimizing for, like when we build your site at Lawn Care Web Design, we literally build it as two separate things, one mobile and one desktop. And so on the back end, we're asking the IP, is this a mobile device or is this a desktop? Because the way that we will show it to the customer is completely different. The way they interact with that website, completely different. Okay, let's do military lawn cuts. All right, so this is going to be Will Kelly's site. Looking forward to it. Let's go. All righty, let's see what we got here. Okay, so it does not scale with mobile. Not a fan. Unless it's just not picking up on my thing. But yeah, it just needs to be optimized a little bit more for a mobile device. I can see that this form is probably integrated with their CRM, which is fine. I would probably change this brown color. I don't care about errors. Go away. I would probably change this brown color only if only go that color if it was like, yeah, I just look at your color scheme a little bit here. I know you have the red, the green, and the brown. It kind of conflicts a little bit. I would really think about, Will, like simplifying this logo dramatically. Another site that we've done is called Sparta Lawn Care. I like their logo. It's simplified when we built their site. You can see it on lawncarewebdesign.com. But I would try to simplify this. It's very hard to read and understand and what's going on here. Like you had a military person with a mower that gives him a flat top underneath his helmet. There's a lot of stuff going on. It's just hard to read from 100 feet away. Like I think actually, to be perfectly honest with you, this is the first time I've ever looked at your logo and actually broke down what it actually means and like why you call it military cuts, to be perfectly honest. Because like when I just glance at this, I just see, I don't know what I see. I see a guy with a mower on his head, right? It's hard to distinguish the helmet, etc. So can you encapsulate that in a simpler manner? Give that to a designer. I think they might be able to figure something out. I like the fact that it's very clear professional mowing and lawn care service in Aubrey. Again, that font is not used in your logo. So this font is different than this font. That font is different than this font. That font is different than this font, and this font is different. You have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, at least 6 different fonts on this page. And if I have 7 here, down here, like I would just figure out what's the fonts we're going to use for headers, titles, subjects, and like regular text. Anything more than that, like it's just going to go in different directions. I do think you're using these city names a lot. I know you're tagging, you're trying to ticket for each of these or a page for each of these. I can see that. But you have it here, you have it here, and you have it here, like a lot. It's going to look a little bit funky for customers. Cool. Let's go. This is great. This is great. Showing your brand and what their customers are actually going to see is what I love to see. A little bit of something happening weird here. Yeah, there's just we got to optimize all of these boxes for mobile devices and different screen sizes. Because if I have a smaller screen size, this all overlaps. So this is probably coded in HTML. Again, we're really tagging these city names a ton. I don't think that's necessary. These are all images. I would love to see this as a schema that just tags over to Google Listings and pulls those live. That's fine. Our latest work. Love that. Cool. All right. Yeah, I just think this is a 2000 2010 version of SEO, which is tons of links to different pages inside of your site. Like literally 4 or 5 times you're connecting to city names. I think just like a designer's eyes on this is, I think, I'm guessing, Will, you built this yourself, which is great. Hey, I built my first one too. Like this could be way better. Just designer eyes on this. And like, I think we're knowing where you're at, Will, like this is time to invest in something, whether it be lawn care web design or not, I don't care. Just like go get yourself a great website. This will lead to a 30 or 40% increase in revenue next year just by having a better website that like is well thought out. Like even right now you have this where, yeah, this is all going to the same page. I wouldn't recommend that. This is better. See how this just is easier on the eyes than this page right here? Oh, whoa, something different happened. What happened? Where'd the form go? Oh, there it is. Okay, so this form's taking a while to load. I would recommend taking this with your designer. They'll connect it to Copilot, but they'll do it in a way that makes it look way nicer and it's lighter on the site. So feel free to talk to Tori at Lawn Care Web Design too, Will, and he can make sure you're good. But see the design of this one, the curved and everything. And I know this is still going to the same spot, but like the design is much cleaner. This looks easier because the logo is circular. So having the circularity on these fields makes it look more cohesive than blocks. Little things like this is what a designer is going to pick up on. Okay. I would consider trying to get some of that in graphics form too, Will. This instead of so much text. I like the video though. That's great. Cool. Yeah, like there's just so much here. And I know you will enough to know, like, I just really believe the next level is get a designer's eyes on this. There's a lot of fonts, a lot of colors, a lot of shapes that are colliding with each other, and just the overall dimensions of the site need to be improved across devices because the spacing is just not built for it. So, all right, folks, let's do one more. What else do we got today? We got luxury lawns. Let's see here, luxury lawns MKE. Don't know what that means. Let's see what we got here. Luxury lawns MKE. Okay, the site's taking quite a while to load. I'm guessing there's a lot of images, but let's see what we got here. Okay, so, what kind of, whoa, okay. Okay, this was built in some sort of builder like Squarespace, Wix, GoDaddy, something like that. I'm going to guess. Okay, so right at the top, let's see if we can know. Whoa. Where are we going, folks? Where are we going? Okay, where do you service? I don't know. Okay, so I don't know where we service. Welcome to Luxury Lawns. Fantastic. I need to know, do you do lawn care? Do you do mowing? Do you do landscaping? And like the services I need, or do you service my property? Like, do you service my specific area? I don't know what MKE means. Luxury lawns MKE. Maybe that has to do with where you service. I literally don't know where MKE is. I'm guessing like, so 414. Oh, Milwaukee, Wisconsin. Hey, let's go. Okay. This is the very bottom of the website. Customers are just not going to wait there, honestly. Like, I wouldn't welcome the luxury lawns. They know they're on luxury lawns. I'd be saying, we turn ordinary lawns into luxurious landscapes. Now, the question is, do you do mostly mowing? Because if you do, this sounds like a landscaping company. So I'd probably just be like, mowing and lawn care services, or mowing and landscaping services, serving, what is it? Milwaukee, Wisconsin. Boom. Now we're in business. Now the customer knows that you actually do service for them. This header can be way smaller. Yeah, you can reduce the size of this header dramatically. There's a lot of dead space here. I would want a form here rather than having all this dead space. Let's see what this tab has to do here. Booking online. Okay, we got ourselves a big form here. It looks like this one's for Jobber. Very cool. So again, I just want to know that whatever you are using for a form is going to be easiest for the customer. Not easiest for us, easiest for the customer, if you're trying to maximize the number of leads you're getting. So like, are customers going to read all of this? I don't know. Maybe. If they do, it will make your job a lot easier. If they don't, you don't get the lead. So I would recommend, if you're trying to maximize for leads, I'd be trying to reduce the amount of information on this form. Then from that form, I then do the extra little bit of legwork. You're like, oh no, like I don't want to have to copy and paste or put them into my CRM or whatever. I want to keep everything streamlined. I want to know exactly what they want. I want everything to be automated. Great. It's going to be legwork for the customer because now they've got to fill out all this information. They got to read all of this fine print and these long questions and all this text. You're going to weed people out. And so either A, you're going to do the legwork and get more leads, or you're going to make them do the legwork and get less leads. And so if you're not needing leads, you will make the customer do more legwork. So you have to do less work. But if you are needing jobs, if you want to grow, if you want to get more leads, reduce the size of that form, get less information from the customer in the upfront, and then reach out to them, fill in the gaps if needed, but get them a price as soon as possible. So hope that was helpful. If you would like us to look at your site in more depth, in the description there's a link. Book with Tori and the team here at Lawncare Web Design. We can make sure your site is rocking and rolling, and do a deep dive on it. And hopefully today you can see some of the commonalities of the advice I give when it comes to web design and how to make sure your lawn care business gets more customers. Because the goal here is to cut out the middleman. We don't want Facebook taking a little cut. We don't want Google taking a cut. We don't want what are all these other services? My goodness, we got Thumbtack and Home Advisor, all these services that everyone kind of has this love-hate relationship with. Stop renting attention from customers, build a great website, own the real estate of your website so you can get leads consistently every single day and not be paying a tax to every one of these services that are simply beating out and taking out all the profit from all of our industry simply because they have figured out their website design. Check out lawncarewebdesign.com for some inspiration. Go to the link down in the description, book a call with us, and we'll see you guys there. Take care.